Mame fa na se ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Na wono so mama na kwa ba die. Mimi sa na ECOWAS wansam. Ebi so ye Ghana ni, we ye Bibini, we West Africa ni, de akoso nyina no. Na ni sem. Ye ne Huntor ma mimi sa o. ECOWAS kuyi. Emfaso abaso de amayen. Wo hwe bra 1975 ye tie bepem ene. Because who tie pen first mo kan oh, baby ni yabomoden. Baby de ye money mono sha. Wasi ye yabomoden ye dipin no ye pagya mu ye hyemu kena. Ene me kan so no obosam Okudzeto Ablakwa foreign affairs minister. Wo kasa no. Wo kan ya kan asumdwe. Wo kan ya kan bambo. An wo kan ya kan ebi kan security. Sesa no manya ye dipin no. Afe wo ba ye bebo abaso e wo trade edwadie mu corporation kambom ni ade e wo ho. Mami misaw. Say 50 years ah. ECOWAS edia wo mo hye wo fa wo Ghana hey. Emfaso abaso de man aye nhira man ana wo se mame nka ba ko no.
Yeah, mame nchia na menchia aye me brother Kenya. Mini no video ma na menchia etiefo ne ahwefo nyina titru ne mabrewa eno kirew.
Okay.
Awie mechia no na menchia aye former chief justice aye Getrude Torkornoo. So menchia na awie na men kanchen say on hwe ni fridge no me sure say o nso bi wo mu a chele na on nyimfa njojo no bo na me ya adomo a June Minister for Food and Agriculture be launch nkoko nketenkete obetima be register
no ayebi
ye be man nkoko ni bi
no ayebi
no ayembi you say I launch Feed Ghana
yeah
ne backyard obetima adua mako obetima adua jeni obetima adua nkruma opeso a ni kunu free Volta region ono so free Central region open region say what farmland so ho no ma Central region ka ho Volta region ka ho obetima akonu kruma akogye asase ministry ne beboa na ba na beboa no amwatimi ateki part in Feed Ghana of course Central region no anka sane nchi so a obenya asase me yesho so wabusia asase wo ho obetime adua nkruma obetime adua mako opel jina obetime adua eno no betime aboa ne future than say obesa back to position as a chief justice because I need there senepa Emma Suda
this is suspending
Emma Suda na by the time a committee ne betra so bobe omo hwemu be wie no obo hu so de Ghana ka a wasa betua ye ka
ye
beba ho na oka ECOWAS aseminia ECOWAS yeku a so your ba and I will see to say what Bobra 50 years and Kawadu no menopause and Kawawo amane maso so awo
konya manananum
yes and cause think we twa wo a wadu no menopause enti ye behwe ne bra wabo 50 good years yene atie nyina plus producers yeti ECOWAS na enwo mu bi ye mu bia because me yesho so anya 50 na me yesho so person so anya 50 me kura manyina madi nchire
when you know
yeah me kura manyina madi nchire no me nya 50 na betimi aka se Ghana nya ECOWAS so mfa so a emfa so nya ye no 2018 Akufo ado aban akohwibrenti omantimi amfidi secondary school a yekosere aburo enemo 27,000 tons at the free ECOWAS be fidi school. That's the only benefit Ghana metimi akase yenya as far as ECOWAS is concerned. And yenya sanfa so no because of obi akohwia wabo Akufo ado aban so launch planting for food and jobs was here successful 2018 Ghana yentimi amfidi second nye Ghana nyina mpo secondary schools yentimi amfidi enti yekoboro yekobo aburo bosia aburo ne mo bosia 27,000 tons ene yekobo bosia ena ECOWAS de fam ye na anu ya no mo ba Greek minister ho so omo ba beje
yeah
bosia na yebebo yeburo ne mo na yebeje no 2018 yebeje enti Ghana as a country se me transia metimi yakasa sa bosia no manfa nche yen aburo ne mo bosia na mo de boy and that's the only benefit we have yet to me anya as we speak. I don't see why se ECOWAS for ba Accra na ya block some selected routes na ya create inconvenience ya dama Ghana for. You see, ECOWAS is the most useless organization as far as Africa is concerned. Yes, ECOWAS AU is the most useless organization in Africa. Any AU, because of where Kwame Nkrumah or no, I can say a founding father nema AU. But I am with see or no. After several years, we to me achieve it. Okofa ECOWAS 50 years ago established ECOWAS. But I am with see or no to me establish it. Why no because why one particular thing for 50 years? Our achieving results be announced Sun Star.
So they can pay for just say a jadium.
Jade,
ECOWAS a tumpo.
A jadium bay. There be a jadium bay. And now me know Kasebusa Ghana Jadifua or Moko Cote d'Ivoire or Muko Togo or Muko can say Mali. Omuko Burkina Faso America Wesha Bissau the kind of stress omu go through Togo here Togo here obi fia flow air cross the border kwakoto adia but Bissau mo barriers egu honum what you are nanum to ano hima meska me ne hima meska kazo so weekend me ko Canada obi ti America ora Canada said obi fia denta ko Medina. What America? Or Canada PA. Say European countries, you know, over European Union now, member state, you know. So Utimwa, what the next country like Obi PA free in a bedroom, a run a kitchen, and a washroom. Sanity West Africa.
And just
Sanity Africa.
And just
ECOWAS minimum yatia. Emma Mose economic. Then community of West Africa state na French and I say France as to speak 21st century one on net a year Paris and no the budget Emma Cote d'Ivoire one on decide how Cote d'Ivoire economy should go or decide how Burkina Faso economy should go. All decided how Mali, Niger economy should go. France, and then ECOWAS said to me for the past 50 years. To the stand say, when Niger forecast say Omato Omo free, France informs them, and to Omo Mambe two, Omo Gudi Omutu. Na yenya ECOWAS member, as I run an air chairman, Nigerian president. Tinubu se ono no mom lead e dia soldier for e be free ECOWAS akwa fight Mali for Niger for na yenya minister for defense Dominity waniti awuo
oh there be Mr.
Dominity we treminyansa semba ko meba
tie wudie we say
besa no ha o tie wa na o tie wu esro nyankopo adoma chede o di ma obia tie wu treminyansa semba ko hwe asue bi ti say Ministry of Defense o senya Kufuado and a bear president, somebody like Dominique who can never be a minister for defense. Shenipa Rollins didn't hear defense minister. Shenipa Kufo didn't be a defense minister. Adokufo. Shenipa Professor Mez didn't be a defense minister. BB Smith. Penny nim therefore. Shenipa Mahama didn't be a minister for defense.
Okay.
And then Nekra can say, Nipa Muhammad Nabe Minister for Defense. Dr. Edwin Omane Boama.
Yeah.
Ube Timini Domini too. Atu to Mumbi home. A defense minister or inciting military officers to beat up civilians. Maim civilians. Kill them. Defense minister. Lockdown. One na inspire military men to brutalize innocent Ghanaians. Domini too. Nyansa sembe na wakada
na betre uhunu bi
now ni Ghana am so free breche buy enche
na mo haya o
Dominity will catch a soldier for say beat them Under his leadership as a minister for defense, a soldier fought me as a cast, a cast said Omukwa, a county see can I say a shaman. Echo bro shaman, my name of Franny Penny form Lantier, a brubia.
So more Okum Sojani.
Say Sojani be a Kodan and Prancha Nado. I'm a diachi or wood up on Tinso. Ya buomo. Nanu Kumasi Sojani be could some food him say I suspend omo. It won't happen. Domnility would me beka say or no natches on echo was a then defense only do many and to no the Asra for including Ghana to for echo Nija Kwakoko.
Osokobuama and Tokapatakos.
Such an idiot. No, I make that statement. Start statement no make it. Room is about Ghana for so. Emma Burkina Faso. Ghana for Nakofa Jenny. Over 2,000 tracks. Omu kroso omu borders. Emma Jenny nugu kamu proy. Yes, what Ghana. Jenna yedi no. If Burkina Faso any mali ni Jenna eba.
Yeah.
Sa semunwa okoka ye. So omo di asrafo kono. Enuane ana ye import. Edeba ebe subsidize na se be support. Yen wo Ghana me fidi ho no. Omo blocking nyina. At the end of the day, sa Ghana dwadifo no musika hye.
Yeah.
Yenya abanya nsani amwantimi kura so masene se Akufo ne kodi nkonkonsa. Akokra se bi woji na ewu edi nkonkonsa wonde ni wiase oba ye sika bia ansu ne di. Sika bia ansu ne di IMF obeji edi, COVID obeji edi, E-levy obeji edi to the extent say afero kwa America wa ya wonya sika ni bi onti afede nkonkonsa ene okokodie.
Se na so oye di aboa oman.
Oye di aboa hwan?
Oman Ghana mpu.
Ghana fo na Mahama ase. Eni awrade ase se Mahama be president. Se Akufo-Addo eni MPP Baumia Ghana bo muso to abama Baumia ema Baumia be president a kana mino kase Côte d'Ivoire e kan Burkina Faso Mali Niger komone yen Ghana fo eni hweye
so o kan me kansa
and they don't need us
obema nkutawdie so nkwa be do man Ghana
they don't need us ade obi ti se Burkina Faso ade ohia ne se oyi ni ama wo airport na ode afa hako
yeah
Edubre bi wuni say so many amadoro mu ifa Côte d'Ivoire ena de ko
yeah
because duty a momo de je no kra nya de ketwa
anodi
one o import aduane bia mfiri Ghana
okay na
yeah ne import aduane di from ho entie ne hi omomo but this ECOWAS entumi anya hwe amfa ho
etinye mu say 50 years no
oh masa momo they should stop wasting our time
they should
stop wasting our time. ECOWAS. ECOWAS. Irrelevant. AU. Irrelevant. Can you compare EU, European Union, to ECOWAS or AU? Can you?
What do I know? See, me say into ECOWAS. 50 years on be who the papa back.
And a match say at the papa back or my Yamagana Nyamfa so say 2018 Akufo-Addo ko hwia ban. When Timi Amfidi secondary school for my ekosre bro. Omo fem yen omo de aburo eye aburo ne mo grains 27,000 tons the boy ebosia amye di feeding kwada na no mo so omo jo ma de that's the only benefit Ghana as a country yenya
me da se mama nhyase every Sammuel Huntor so minia nana se di abani
ba me san chia bio na me nchia nana
mama ma osima be se ensia wada ro
6 minutes in Getrude Torkornoo asem de ya de wo de time no
me man smadu
what the time near there
di aka ni so
me
pesa nka ye ka na
me pesa me hu de odo pesa odo time
me time no pesa nka ja eyewe na nka ya kwa akontaman so aka no kakra bi
akontaman
and I know
to the Getrude Torkornoo shebre be sisa akontaman o da bi wo de mam 2 minutes o ye akontaman ja aka no me de better
mama sma 8 enwotwe
o de ala match
okay producer say ma 10 minutes say yanko
1 minute kura na be mama
kasa go mic ni mama wada room
we have was say magana for who
10 minutes
yeah ekoso you say President Mahama be fro Ghana kunyan bosome naimu anyway
yeah
na no last week and wonya 100 days the 120 days no
onyaye
but nyama waye nyina kire se Ghana ya waste your time for the past 8 years na say de bia meka no it took Ghanaians 8 good years, which is 96 months, to realize mistake or my year for voting for somebody like Akufo-Addo and Bawumia to lead Ghana for 8 years.
Really?
Now, and then get to Torkornoo suspension by no. The first people to react are MPP. Now I'm going so tomorrow is pregnant. Tomorrow is pregnant. That bastard. Now my wife and also my girlfriend is pregnant with will be aborted. Sir, I almost say him tomorrow is pregnant or a bastard. And he will not live to see that tomorrow.
Okay.
So that pregnancy will be aborted. Even say been see that. Adentina Chief Justice ye you know. Na se Ghana phone ma dia get to Torkornoo aya. By this time, on be blame President Mahama cross Adentina wa train by this time we know.
Edia no why?
You see, one. My mention say free ni petition ankasa. Petition no a omo petition ye to nipa train no mo petition ye. Say get to Torkornoo as a Chief Justice omo say wa ye niam bia. And send for Tommy no. That petition is supposed to be in confidentiality. Confidential.
Yeah.
Petition. And the petition is President Mahama and Sano. Nobody heard about it until President Mahama. Yes, or refer petition to the Council of State. Nobody got to know idea why. I will move. Getrude Torkornoo requested for a copy of the petition. President Mahama said we need problem. He requested 7 days or the bear responded. President Mahama said no, you don't have a problem. I will give you 10 days.
10 days.
The no petition will be until that. Some why as soon as you now benting a petition no be any. But the moment President Mahama had the copy of the petition, might get to Torkornoo. The next day, na MPP full who did press conference. Say and some what petition me now frivolous. Then Getrude Torkornoo herself started petitioning embassies. Then MPP started petitioning clergy. Nana Matrankunya said they should stop Mahama from suspending or removing Chief Justice. Is it not enough for everybody to obi as a unity sin a council or to arrive at the conclusion say the Chief Justice leaked the petition?
Yeah.
Thinking so betting me as solicit support from the mother party, which is the MPP. Who be here Chief Justice? Yes, Chief Justice.
Not Chief Injustice.
And your Chief Injustice too. Your Frau said, my lord, my ladyship. Atentrinia wa Ghana nyina na odano. You see, he who asks for equity must come with clean hands.
Yeah.
And it's a one na woda atentrinia no. To the sense say wo obi petition Supreme Court against the electoral commissioner. Uni akra utimi ka say you omo ntwen kosi say wo beba no abe set date because you are the Chief Justice.
Ani
Emrani say Chief Justice say wo tu kwan a simple unofficial say wo kwan na wutu no say nya Ghana di mu mpo na wutu unofficial wo mpo kra na wutu kwan a e wo say wo call with your bodyguard.
Yes. Obambonti.
Because we your manager padie.
Ani.
Obambonti baby abeku bia no. Anything a president ko baby a. Mama be is it always uncle for the nechi. This Chief Justice official visitor oko. I was say ordinary bodyguard ekono. O man bodyguard ne tenase. And of four no ankasa ne ba. I didn't replace the bodyguard. Plain take it no a ye try ya I was say the bodyguard no. And I sa can say economy and state ye try the man no. Or me upgrade no. Because the other by na enye the bunny taste. And to my upgrade no to suit or non bunny taste. akwantu a wasa on the bodyguard netu no otimi yi ni free ho na odini kunu a replace okofa auditor general reports eba ye judicial service omo auditor mo ye abayu a your friend Miss Adam SA Torkornoo eye get Torkornoo ba to kwa United States of America eg per diem $10,000
asma can brebe no
now you are by 2023 eg per diem $10,000
okay
sa per diem no was supposed to be paid to the security because that's what the law says, but security need onya per diem enye to mane transe eno de ne ba ko e no tua sa per diem no e de ma ne ba adwuma be ne ba ne ko adwuma be na ne ba ne ko ye de ma Ghana was ye the taxpayers money 160,000 which is 1.6 billion old cedis editua ka as a per diem
eno kra ehumpo ehumo man no
take it take it ochama ne ba wo woti am ye taxpayers me editua no 109,428 Ghana cedis take it per civil servant okohe binum salary afimu ni nyina the gross salary not even 50,000 but yet the 109,000 almost 1.1 billion OCDs try take it get to Torkornoo they try take it the man ba and I was sad 160,000 and in the banon kwano we spent over 270,000
emoju
no kwa
emoju
o they are not out on China o to kwa Mr. Francis Kofi Torkornoo ni kunu o to kwa ko Tanzania
okay
ye the abansika from the office of Chief Justice $6,000 per diem enoje
6,000
ejuma ben no koye ye e de ma Ghana
hona asem no wono
ejuma ben no koye de ma Ghana $6,000 ni ticket 74,160 Ghana cedis
eso
because say we only Chief Justice awaba woni twi no
ni wura
enti no wono no tu kwa Tanzania koye na ade a na ye de bill na ba ne ya ma ni per diem ye ka se per diem ye sika ye tua ma obi a ya soma na wo koye adwuma ma o man Ghana ni ama ni per diem na no ye ko lanchi ye feed Ghana program ye ko ye me se adwuma ko ye adwuma ma ban enso per diem kra ya anje
okay
we wanya hwia ma Ghana but ye tua ka $6,000
but your phone is mami
oh dia producer way
o time no
producer way what the time on here
time no ye be pound dia
ma
or say 45
5 ye be point time
okay 545 kasa
ye be 545
kasa
and we have 430
okay kasa
adie nyansae
kasa
no boya mesobo
kasa time ni be team
o dia no to ntan a former Chief Justice
okay
eni ne ebo a ebo no kwa de so e kronfo wa wi obi bukata agin $5 million ono so na yire ono so tu kwan akwanto otu as a Chief Justice was say the bodyguard ne kono ono so ma the bodyguard tenafi ano de ne yire shame na yire edi de madam Felix Ofori Oko United Kingdom otia ne per diem $14,000
okay
yeah eni yabo ayire ai uni aba ene me bom yiri sto uni aba e mo mabusa fo ku mani ma se oni bobi
oh ani bi o de hewo
no de wonye ebo ni kunu na ebo
oh ni obi ani shame no
oni bobi de mabusa fa no magu mani ma se papa
mama tene baby na ni kunu egu na ni mu asa
per diem $14,000 ni take it $68,750
okay and yes kaketwa
enti eni yebu a etwa sane de to ho ɛna Getrude Torkornoo ɛbɛbɛ to aso the same Getrude Torkornoo Miss Edem Sarah Amiga Torkornoo one also ne ticket nkwa asere kaka no na 109,000 her honorable ladies Torkornoo na kasa ne personal travel anya nka we nya aban dia 99,000 ticket just say aban sika na no. Do you know why they were able to do that? Because Akufuado awe appointor no ono no odware wo wiem enti ani yebo a edi Getrude Torkornoo so aba no obedi ye obi o chief justice bisa ho say one more from public account committee chief directors that government institution dom kokotena ho live camera live television na ya huru omo no obi wa sika fa ne nsase enu even 3,000 obi di enu 30,000 but chief justice no and the mother of justice in this country. This is how we are abusing the office and misusing public funds, and you want to tell me say we should allow her to continue to stay? It won't happen. Chief justice aya auction cars a bankers aya kan ya hyehyem na dia to say before a buy auction a ban japade say ya asase say ya car I was a president approve
yeah
mami wait me from Russia in sem ama a judge for makuma kudunum auction a bankers e de mawo ama bankers car no value ya 3.7 million Ghana cedis. They didn't even pay the money. You know why she did that?
Oh, yeah, then.
A inducement. A inducement. Car was a president and a approver. Now born auction no. Or no chief justice you soon to me. I'm not the cast in a ma or more for free. I can't boss 3.7 million Ghana cedis. And it's a war. And I was a judge ni and I a chief justice. And a car was a president Maho Quine. And so what me a bone don't be cram my president but me the car not chill. Fa which in as a case but I'm a frozen man uncle fanko. A indictment on the judiciary. Chief Justice way yes hard way. And you want to tell me say would deserve it to continue to hold that position as a chief justice? No, it won't happen. I judge for Makumaku 30. Now or the allowance more as a rent allowance when the government has paid for it. By the time committee President Mahama set it up no. By the time mo be wie no, mama no the Ghana for kabibri e be chisoso.
E ba cho e ho ni sisu bi o se
me say
rent
a judge for Makumaku 30. He was giving them the rent allowance. When government has paid for it, and a double salary. Yes.
No,
yes. And a form of inducement to control the judiciary because Akufuado and MPP's agenda was to control the judiciary to share and also Supreme Court honomwa. Justice is a honomono. Mahama dio mubako. And I think that Tamel's dio mbako. Kufuad the Acratis are also call retirement. They can you Akufuado. Open such a saying up, Debbie, Obako, or Cocra, more Hano, more Hano.
Where you can
now, with him, only petition no. And some titi and say, oh no, one show any remorse when you know. When my Samoka, as more can say, Sanse Muinano, Omurezi, a break Kufuado ho, and a Kufuado Creno. So, or person say, one can say, or you're guilty or not guilty. One can say, some Namoka me deny. Say, no cre, name double jeopardy. Now, somebody say, a Kufuado honomo, yet the sensible yaton so copy a Kufuado and him, and a Kufuado acclaiming to be a clanidie. You see, they are president for president.
We're trying to refer to double jeopardy to mean she has already been punished. But what was the punishment?
That is it.
For a president, a former president to have cleared you didn't mean you have been punished for an offense.
Records no way. Approve and Akufuado the man one into court shin cast the justice judges away. Approve and way for. And at the end they see President Mahama Hong Kwai say obi the petition aba and Kufuado because Kufuado eyo appointor na mu nyina create loot and share akromfo abusua gangsters eni to no ni wi a wo so wi abienti the petition kwa no botugu ye ena president Mahama aba ena Ghana for petition no and two person catch him say because say a petition against you and Kufuado nobody should petition against you and Mahama. Very arrogant. Enti no pe onadwen so obetime isu Kufuado so Kufuado a clear no nti roboa the clearing agent Mahama is not a clearing agent.
Sana uhuno.
Yes, Mahama is not a clearing agent and we're making that statement in clear.
I didn't hear.
One more petition against and Kufuado. Did the Kufuado refer the petition to the Council of State for a year advice? Or Monkofa a year communicating Fambra. Advice a Council of State at the Bayer. Did the Kufuado establish prima facie? Those petition? Who are the committee? A Kufuado committee members a Kufuado set it up to probe. To see say, oh, get to Torkornoo, you are guilty of this, blah 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 blah, but McCleo. Away report no way. Like President Mahama has done. Nisaka petition was seeking advice from the Council of State members. I'm a Council of State. I established a prima facie who said seven ayakano. Ensure I was here vision and it's President Mahama titan chain. Na mentia bejo kuono mu hwensem no. Did Kufuado do that? Kufuado ebesina minu kasei. One more petition against the removal of Charlotte Osei will be any more. And according to Obsenado, or say who a Charlotte Osei petition, no, ye drafty ye throne or Jubilee House. When Charlotte Osei requesting for a copy or pursue who could require the abon cry and farmer. Do we see a unity? And you want to tell me, say, we should allow it to continue. Acquire Faso, Supreme Court justices. Say justice be crowd do baby said the General Legal Council and a recommending. Say judge we would do Pempensua was said in the Supreme Court. But this Chief Justice Torkornoo single-handedly because of his or your boss, the way I now you show no TV swa or bench and swa. Kukuti wa bonche obi a no di kukuti ahomaso akatase bi oba wa bon hunti no wono no timitena asi the list ekoma Kufuado say sa judge for makumaku enum we appoint omoba eye Supreme Court bench
so they will see can do some management no na wonum de oye
what you see a gross incompetence and abuse of office because Kufuado no sana no oye die obedi na die eni ne eboa the same thing na oye to no nim se fofole na onim se MPP in free power da and it nobody mami ba o se nye Ghana for and to aba ma NDC and Mahama ba ya ka fi se Ghana for be hu de course de mami ka we will never know
yeah
enti Ghana for mami no de ka we are Ghana ni we are Benjamin ni wakati ya say wonu ne timi mi atwa plane ticket ma ne ba ne ba won koye adwuma ma Ghana ban 109,000 billion na ye twa ticket ama no na ye tua ne per diem
enye skaketwa
10,000 USD
but opani we nyina echi
ne kunu je per diem $14,000 na ono ne te ho because Kufuado na wa appointing no wonu no dware wo wiem wonu ne se Ghana sika wonu na mpnafo dware wo wiem to ono as a Chief Justice so DP in any case assembly committee ni assembly definitely you be invited
yeah
so if so was superior case go suspension let's say jinanche
tanchan
na yan hwehwe nsem num yan hwehwe nsem num wie na otirimu fo anya otirimu fo obusum kunenku
yeah
ya hwehwe nsem nyina wie na betoja say oh ya say wo me wo de wo ba replace your bodyguard oh enya no kre utia per diem 10,000 USD ma oba enya no kre
yeah
wo di ukunu send your bodyguard on your air travel official travel enya no kre utua 14,000 USD dollars Emma ukunu as a per diem enya no kre ba betrim say enya no kre say one facas ama eye justice maku 15 auction cars I worth 3.7 million Ghana cedis without approval from the president but say enya no kre say you recommended justices to be appointed onto the Supreme Court without the approval or without advice or consultation of the from the General Legal Council. Never change say no correct. And what are you running?
And so when you know MPP for who said there be akwese say because Charlotte Sano omu yin nintina
reset na Mahama kai no MPP for Romonti as ba misa fe no mu. Okay. Now by the time Mahama is done with the reset, Ghana for be who say yes we have a new Ghana. Yes, we have a new Ghana. MPP Akufo the shed that package Supreme Court to her, and or package Court of Appeal, and or package High Court. And to him say Akufo the appointees here are buying corruption. Yeah, problem meaning I don't back court no. Either the case will go to the High Court. From High Court, so Anthony was here or back Court of Appeal.
Yeah.
One thing was here or Supreme Court. Enti what the crop for go to High Court be but to go. Attorney General Becca one tias here or back Court of Appeal be but to go. What the go Supreme Court about to go. That is the plan. Now no number how much I say this mantle no.
Okay.
And it's our snow ma me kwa we or snow bar. Dwene wo ho.
Na se enyama no sam kwa so ne yeram hama wo
yensa. No. Hwade 2024. Ebra afenyo marking. Etimi ko Supreme Court. Ekosiki injunction. Oko anopa by 12 o'clock na Supreme Court etimi atrans the ruling amba. But when NDC and 5 political parties the electoral commission court the electoral commission so ba be limited registration venue anytime or person here or more court Supreme Court no. This Chief Justice was he only want to among chairman and son or beseti date no na after say electoral commission here registration every
yeah
na after say electoral commission no I registration every the same after marking case or the call no whether or not say Speaker of Parliament ebe to me adismisse a year for MPs are more independent. I name the constitution is clear. Case from the court was not to determine whether the Parliament should sit or not, whether Parliament can sit or not. Then from nowhere, Mami sorry, what is going on? We are living in a country where Parliament cannot sit. What is wrong? What is going on? You took Justice Tadio sorry no say, Madam, the substantive matter near the bar court one is not to determine whether Parliament should sit or not. Also, okay, fair enough. We're exposing whom will be here, and this person doesn't qualify to sit there as a Chief Justice, and it's not going to be her removal alone. She must be held accountable. Naomi said Domlevo can committee no.
Okay.
Domlevo, Anna. Ya wasafuma fukofa Crown Associate be wi Ghana sika 1 million o se charge no. Ya kwaji sika na kufu ade so me kwaji sika na opamo Domlevo. And me very sure and I'm very confident that Domlevo committee will be making sure. Say at the end of the day no, this Chief Justice will not only be sacked but ye be say charge no. Say sika no a wode ma ne kunu as a per diem the air ticket wode ma ne ba ne nyina ye be saji say sika ne nyina sa cars no wode ma justices no obo no auction ma o ma ntuaka I worth 3.7 million Ghana cedis ye be ji say sika ne nyina de be go aban foto mu
etimem say omuyi no a edi emfaso na de be bre o man Ghana.
Very good. Now yes, sanitize the judicial system.
Okay.
Obekanya Global Info Analytics. Echo year survey. Almost survey the buy and say about 86% of Ghanaians don't trust the Supreme Court.
Okay.
About 76% of Ghanaians don't trust the judiciary. The National Security under Kandapa. Omoko ye po survey. Omo report about say Ghana for alusu interest in the judiciary. Now a very serious security threat. DNTR and now what ya what my botai. What bed you mabo so you are ketia, ultimate to attack the papa bishe, and work it down the street. I will be to me attack you on your mano. And he said, I'm running a yejuma. Because Nipan him so be do bonia, ya china, and besonumo. But when he got to a point, Nagan and who say, court walk around at training one more. You believe it is a moi. Somebody better see case you so. At your Munyama, we can't go anywhere. So first we need to sanitize the judiciary. And no Namahama Shasiano, we need to rebuild the confidence in the judiciary. We cannot have a chief justice who is politically biased, not only political biased, who is legally corrupt and incompetent. Wapong. We cannot have that. We cannot have a judiciary systematically MPP as a political party are packing with their cronies. What be that? Sir, Yetimi appointed a former parliamentary candidate of MPP to the Supreme Court. Now you could the case between NDC and MPP. Now you are panel judge. What be that?
Debbie.
We have a Supreme Court judge. 2020 when does say Kufuor say form of nana, and that judge was in panel so ono nan kwatena opuni case so
when was I'm not working
when yanuga justice when yanuga why you are here a voter region a Kufuor do ye campaign Okudzeto krom what na kunyam ka say ade Kufuor do the form of nana now at the Supreme Court bench so na eye enini eboa asa empane so ono na ntina opuni case so when opuni trokoma justice ne say court ne say no on pay judge no judge na tell say politically biased yes one one e be na tra case so Canada Japan the high court judge attempt or the high court judge attempt one only say nya gas e trokoma eye enimi eboa e transfer case no e transfer judge no e the judge for na betna Canada Japan sa case so busan say sa contempt case no kosi sen
kosi baby
we cannot have anything na Supreme Court ni judicial and lose trust the confidence no and the number one security threat now yes sanitizing judiciary no Ghana ni benya confidence obi ya me bonia me fatuo and secure revenge. I will go to the court and now at the end of the day justice will be administered and in Timenya Tantene when in Ghana for the door they wanted to go to Supreme Court but because of this if I tell you businessmen you use Supreme Court as swindle or more you can't believe it and Crawfordja Padie and Sasia Supreme Court justice is binum Atna wa no matima swinde agin krofo asa say prime areas East Legon cantonment no nkro no ba enkrofo asa a o ma agie no a enya de ketwa enti the first thing before ora beye adwumampo no I was say shall say from the judiciary na said the Jesus Christ kai say about na temu no be shall say free on one kasa na so fie no sa pepepe when we able to sanitize and clean this judiciary out of corrupt politically biased incompetent justices and MPP apparatchiks say confidence ne ba now investors ebetumi aba be adwuma Canada Japan anasa amfana nkokoto ha ekosi say ye bona sem to gui what they call America no $18 million your several cases are what they call quarter because say MPP na enini yebua Getrude Torkornoo hunu so MPP ni ntino omian political Getrude Torkornoo kunu no oye adwuma on narcotic control board under Kufuor time mama ba obe fire no Getrude Torkornoo Kufuor na den ko Supreme Court what den ko Supreme Court no when even 1 year and promote to man be chief justice okoko to justice senior mo justice e wo bench no so ba ku ya na anu wuye do okoka create root and share no na adwe so di shemi NDC no okoko retirement no wo bone na anu so because na adwe nsa Kufuor be mana ye doche na anyo no ba ku bi ba ku susu ka ho no officer Kufuor be mana chief justice because we dear some why we bon pipi sa no say senior mo judge get to Tokumina Babeto, now I just a Kufu and Bamana, the Chief Justice Nibi. While Manani, Eduzoko, Oko retirement or Bonania no Wusu. And whatever Ponti get to Torkornoo, and no Kosho. Mahama Baye was a fire get to Torkornoo. Because I could find the bar or sudden be shared aquatic control board and say authority. And a fire no. And I do need an so has been fired. Because they are political. They are political. Now Ghana Libya should not be proud how a Kufuado etimi corrupted the judiciary. Say you're cleaning the judicial system now. We are not going anywhere as a country.
Okay, answer na badi wa hono we no hono. E yanhwe ni senso. On say said ye kan. We ba na oba be yi nipa no hono firo na ode ne diaba. E wo mra kwan so ma menka na sa. Menka na sa. Ghanaian si binom adwene se ene enke be yanka. Said ye constitution review e kwosui. Enke ene nsatraye. Na enke enye mampani mum ana o se ye di tumi ni ma na say 1 point
any future tense any future tense
nanka yema wonu mo judicial council
ye be constitutional review I because maybe we are taking the appointing authority from the president to a general legal council or whatever no the president will continue to do it and now President Mahama suspended Oko Supreme Court hono legally and procedurally, I was said the senior most judge on the bench, and also Tinemu as a acting chief justice. And in this case, Justice Bafu Bonny, or no, and I was said what Tinemu okay. When just Supreme Court so much cases were through a serious because a landmark case, you find the senior most. You find penny for no, but when the no Supreme Court 2020 election petition justice is not much na so no, but pe and ye Mahama appointee. Justice Pa was a Pa asa. No mama can you na Kufu this appointee. It means say when susu no say Ghana for bisuka won sonka enye say ka yebema one more legal council for we should not be in a hurry to say we take that appointing authority from the president. Really? And then you were corrupt and biased Ghana Bar Association. Ghana Bar Association. Corrupt and biased and politically exposed Ghana Bar Association. Ghana Bar Association under Mahama go back to history. Net check it number of statement press conferences they held, press statement they released under Mahama government. Okay. Nekokore Ekufuado. When Ekufuado corrupted judiciary. When he had Attorney General telling Richard Jakpa to lie under oath so that he may incriminate a year at forcing. Did you hear any statement from the Ghana Bar Association? With all this nonsense, I course so to the extent say yenya Chief Justice and in your boa etimi issue order say ma obia fa electoral commission court to be our person electoral commission court of Anambra Supreme Court. It ends on some of your bias. Talking about the highest decision body when it comes to Judicial Council, General Legal Council. Okay. Sir General Legal Council who on Crawford to say Sir MPP Okudzeto Sir Papa we are. Say you won't answer some da. Oh, one can answer some Okudzeto. Now can you? No, that's it. Never me. One can answer some way opposite. Woman at General Legal Council or no to me suspending so soon. Say I'm almost small boys. And then a journalist be friend Crawford mama comment on legal issues and so some be friend senior most namo na ye friend more because Sosu was popular. Okay. Sosu was defending Ghana for innocent people pro bono. They suspended him. Okay. And when you're politically biased, these are the people sitting on the General Legal Council. Tisaukas and Yemfasa power no come General Legal Councillor. We still meet MPP corrupt people there. Okay, do I me?
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases. PENDREAM TV.